Hello guys, hope you're well, thanks for tuning in. Okay guys, got a patch notes here for Diablo 4. Quite big changes here, so let's go through them guys. Okay guys, so the first thing we got is Vampiric powers are coming back to the current season, man. So we've got Cursed Touch guys coming back. Fantastic. Metamorphosis, absolutely fantastic one. I absolutely love this in Season 2, Season of Blood. So we get the Unstoppable back guys, so that's going to make... good old tip pants, man. Absolutely fantastic in some bids. Blood Boiling's coming back as well. Also with Hectic, Undying, and On the Moonrise. So these are coming back, guys, as aspects. No, they were just dropped randomly in the world, as always, yeah. Developers know, select vampire powers from Season of Blood have returned with some tweaks to make their power level fit more into the Season of the Construct. These powers will be available as legendary aspects in all world tiers and internal and seasonal realms as well. So, hey guys, just run Nightmare Dungeon vaults, in my opinion. Just blast through to the chest, pop it, man, bang. Gonna get those aspects super quick. Super quick. For me personally, I'm definitely going for Metamorphosis, man. Because I hope we can make Tips Pants go crazy again. Brilliant. Okay guys, balance updates, okay? There's a lot of things here. Ring of Starless Skies, guys, now shows a buff when active on the bar. Depends on degrees, damage has gone up to 15% now, from 10. A 2% buff, guys, on Tacit of Dawn Sky for the Resistance. Mother's Embrace has gone up 10% now. So it's now up to 50%, guys. Resource refund now. It's quite good. Inner Calm, guys. This actually works for pets, by the way. It's gone up 10%. And so it goes up to 40%. It's quite nice. Retribution, guys, has gone up 10% to 2% stun chance, sorry. And an extra 5% damage to stunned. Starlight, amount of healed needs resource gain change from 25 to 20. Okay, and what the guys have done with Barbarian here as well is they've changed a bunch of their base skills to make them just level up a little bit easier. In this patch notes, guys, there's no massive nerfs to the current season, so all your super strong builds are still completely intact. I think they're going to nerf stuff probably in the next patch, I think. Okay then, guys, so Bash, damage increased by 10%, Fury gain got up to 15%. Battle Bash has gone up to 5 now, additional Fury from 3. Additional Fury with 2 and weapons increased from 4 to 10. Frenzy's damage has gone up by 10%. Flay's gone up 10%. And also the Fury's gone up to 15 now on the gain. Enhanced Flay, guys, vulnerability duration has gone up 3 seconds now from 2. Stomp has gone up to 2 seconds now on the over cooldown reduction. Iron Skin, Fortified Mount, has gone from 15 to 20 now. Iron Skin's pretty good. And a Prime Call of the Ancients, bonus damage increased from 10 to 20%. Nice. Endless Fury gain increased now from 21 to 30% now. That's much, much better. Execution of Glyph cards changed as well. Previous, while wielding polearm, you deal 10% increased damage to healthy or injured enemies. Now wielding a polearm, you gain 10% increased damage now. So just a flat-out buff, that's good. Aspects, Iron Warrior, guys, changed. Damage reduction increased from 28% to 35% now, so even more damage reduction. Unique items, Gore's Devastating Grips. Whirlwind buff, brilliant. Ranks of Whirlwind increased from 2 to 3 to 3 to 4 now. And damage increased, guys, from 26 to 35. So I absolutely love Whirlwind on Barbarian as an old D2 player. So I might have to roll a bar to try out this bit of Whirlwind, man. Druid, guys, right, let's have a look. Earth Spike. Spirit Generation increased from 13 to 16. Damage has gone up by an extra 10%. Enhanced Earth Spike. Chance of stun has gone up 5%. Fierce Earth Spike, 45 mount increased from 8 to 12. Wind Shear, Spirit Generation increased from 14 to 16. And damage increased by 10%, guys, of Wind Shear. Wild Wind Shear, additional Spirit per enemy hit increased from 3 to 4. It's not too bad. Claw, Spirit Generation increased from 12 to 15. And damage increasing by 15. Fierce Claw, damage increased by 30%. Wow. Maul, Spirit Generation increased from 17 to 20. And a damage increase of 10%. Enhanced Maul, so an extra 5% maximum life now in the Fortifier. Wild Maul, knockdown duration increased from 1.5 to 2 seconds. Now, guys, this is what got me excited, okay? I'm a huge pet player in the action RPG world. I absolutely love pets. Always have done. And Wolves, Poison Creepers, and Ravens on Druid has been increased. And also, yes, there is patch notes for Necro as well, for pet stuff as well, which is great. So, yeah, guys, Wolves' passive damage increased now by 30%, and the active damage has increased by 45%. Poison Creepers, passive has gone up by 30, and its active's now by 40. Ravens, passive's 30, and its active's increased by 20. So, we've actually got some Druid pet stuff, guys, to muck around with there. So slowly, minions are starting to creep up a little bit, man. I think they still need more, but a step in the right direction, I guess, yeah. Passive guys for Druid, so quick look. Quick shift, damage bonus increased from 15 to 21% now. Bestial Rampage has gone up 20% now. It's pretty good when you're aware form. Use sign strength bonus increased by 5% now. For damage and overpower. Perfect Storm bonus damage increased from 15 to 20 as well. Cool. Legendary aspect guys, seismic shift. New version, an Earth Spike now gains 35 to 50% bonus damage, launches spikes in a line, and has a 2 to 1 second cooldown now. Okay, so we've got a nice, basically big damage buff right there. Brilliant. Unique items, Storm's Companions, ranks of wolves increased from 2 to 3 to 3 to 4 now, so this can help with more damage. And Storm Hound damage increased by 180%. Pet buff, guys, nice. Alright, guys, here's my favourite, man, the Necromancer. Changes the Book of the Dead. Skeleton Skirmishers, damage increased now by 30% and 10% life. Skeleton Defenders, 30% damage buff as well, and same again for the life. Then Reapers got 20% damage buff. To be honest, this is pretty much the only one we tend to use because it generates corpses, which has now been fixed, by the way. 10%. Frost Mages, 20 to 10 as well, and same for Shadow Mage, and same for Sacrifice Mages as well. And Golem got an extra 30% damage, and 20% life increase. So, as we know, minions at the moment on Diablo 4 ain't great, but this will definitely help. So hopefully, guys, minions, man, will be smashing the screen soon, hopefully, man. There's all steps in the right direction, man. I still think we need more, personally, but we'll see what happens. Blood Surge changes, guys. Let's have a look, man. Damage bonus per enemy drained reduced from 10x to 5x. Nova damage is now increased by 40%. Damn. Developers note the goals of this change are to reduce the opportunity costs using Blood Surge against fewer numbers of enemies, as well as increasing overall power. Even scenarios are hit by multiple enemies. Nice. Then, guys, Supernatural Blood Surge damage increased to 30% now. That's multiplication bonus. Massive, massive buff, man, to Sever. Outgoing damage increased 6.5, then returning damage increased 20%, man. Ooh. Then Enhanced Sever, guys, has gone from 40 to 75% of Sever's initial damage. That's massive. This might make Sever... It's already been pretty decent, but this one might make it an A-star build now. 75% for Enhanced Sever? My god. Paranormal Sever, vulnerable duration increased from 2 to 3 seconds. That's always nice. Guys, Blight has been changed a bit as well. Impact damage increased by 33%. That's always sucked about Blight in the old version. They cast Blight. The initial impact didn't actually do that much damage. But now with this extra 33%, we could spam this a little bit, you know? And also the damage increased over time is increased by 10.5 as well. Cool. Paranormal Light, immobilized duration increased from 1.5 to 2.5 seconds. Most of us don't really use this, but still nice if you do want to try it out. Supernatural Blight, damage bonus increased from 15x to 20x now. Damn, that's good. Corp Explosion damage increased by 21.5%. I believe this is baseline as well. Damn, that is a lot of Corp Explosion damage, guys. With the Gauntlet coming up soon. I believe that's on Tuesday, isn't it? That's a lot, man. We could really smash through that. It's only level, what was it? 70 content? Plague Corp Explosion, damage increased from 8 to 10 as well on the Plague. Bone Prison, guys, new. Enemies inside the Bone Prison when cast are made vulnerable for 8 seconds now. Blood Wave, damage is increased by 25%. Damn, Blood Wave got a big upgrade. Okay, guys, so problem with the Necromancer is movement speed, yeah? It's so slow. Blizzard have addressed this finally. Death's Approach, name change from Death's Reach. Now, we have lost a damage multiplier on Death's Reach. Death's Reach is gone now. This is the new version, yeah? So we used to get 4x per point, yeah? Now we get up to basically, if you max it out, 12% movement speed buff now, guys. So this addresses a lot of the movement speed issues on Necromancer. So we might be able to keep up now with other heroes, maybe. Hopefully. Also, guys, I changed to Spiked Armor, so Thorns, man. Previous, it just gave you Thorns. Now it gives you the same amount of Thorns, but it also gives you us 5, 10, and 15% additional armor. So if you're playing a Thorns Necro especially, this is going to give us a ton of extra armor, guys. It's quite nice, actually. That's a nice little change. Death's Embrace, guys. Damage reduction from close enemies increased from 9 to 12. Okay, so we're actually got more damage reduction now if we use Death's Embrace as well. That's actually quite a nice little change. An extra 3%. Hellbent Commander, guys, has had a massive increase. Okay, at the moment it goes up to 30%. The new version goes up to 45%. This is really, really good. But the problem with Hellbent Commander is it only works when you're standing on top of your minion. And if you're playing a summoner, you're so squishy, you're not going to be standing on top of your minions next to the monsters. So, Blizzard, you need to change this, please. Okay? Make it so Hellbent Commander works at all ranges, because otherwise, as usual, no one's going to take it. Because we can't stand next to our enemies, stand next to our pets, we're just going to die. You know? If we ever got that damage reduction from sacrificing our pets and all that, and using standalone, there's no chance, basically, so that needs to change. Great step in the direction, though, of DPS, though. Crippling Darkness, guys, previous was lucky Darkness skills have a 50% chance of stun for 1 second, normally used for Infinimus and stuff like that. That's a brilliant skill. They've changed it now, guys. Still some chance of stun and all that for 1, 2, and 3 seconds, and also now deals shadow damage as well. Actually deals damage, shadow damage as well now, which is actually really good, so we've got another tick there as well. Brilliant. Alright, guys, so Blizzard recently changed Cult Leader, and they've given us a bit of extra damage. Okay, so Cult Leader, legendary node, bonus being damage, 20% attack speed, increased from 10 now to 15%. So we're getting an extra 5% now per every 20% attack speed we have on our character for our pets. So we've got a little bump there as well, in addition to the Book of the Dead change as well. So that's quite nice. Also, guys, Corporeoglyph got changed as well. Previous, additional bonus, you and your minions deal 10% increased physical damage. Now, you and your minions deal 10% increased physical damage, and you gain 1% movement speed for each active minion, man. So we've got even more movement speed there as well. That's actually very nice. So with the 2 changes now, as a minion master, we could be running around a lot quicker. I do think we need more damage reduction. They did change something down here to legendary aspect of hardened bones. Normally this gives you damage reduction for your pets. I've tested pets in Nightmare Dungeon 100 and they don't die. They barely ever die. But what they've done here, basically now, damage reduction also applies to the player in addition to their minions. That is a nice change, but the problem is, where the hell are we going to put it? Because it's an aspect, there's too many big contending things, you know, to fit that into your build. You have to give up something major to make this work into your build, which kind of sucks. But anyway, guys, so yeah, aspect harder bones now gives us damage reduction to the player now as well. Just got to find a way of fitting it in somehow. Personally, I'd rather have that damage reduction just added to the Corporeoglyph, in my opinion. Just added this here as well on top of the movement speed, in my opinion. Just to have it a bit more, so it's not contending with everything all the time. Right there, guys. Also, Bloodbath aspects. Damage of Blood Surge echoes changed from 50 to 60% less damage, now to only 10 to 30% less damage. So Blood Surge got a big buff, man. Big buff. So yeah, guys, overall though, Necro looking good. Not too bad. Like I said, I'd like to see a Hellbent Commander changed for all ranges, not just when you're close to the minion. I really don't understand why that's like that. And we need some more passive damage reduction. It's nice that spiked armor gives us armor. Now that's pretty cool. But like I said, if you're using pets, we need more basic damage reduction flat. You know, the extra armor bonus is nice if you're playing Thorns and all that, but need a little bit more. Lovely. Okay, guys, what's up next, man? It's the Sorcerer. Okay, guys. Incinerate damage is increased by 40%. Let's go. Nice. Enhanced Incinerate. Damage of Burn Raiders increased from 25 to 50 now. Destructive Incinerate, guys, has gone up to 30% from 25. Greater Incinerate. Mobilize duration increased to 1.5 seconds now. Hydra damage is increased by 15. Nice. I love Hydra. Ball Lightning increased by 10% as well. Nice. Icy Veil, guys, got up to 8% from 5. For your barrier duration. Snap Freeze got up to 5% as well. Nice. A new version of Soulfire. Your primary skills cost 4% less mana and 2% increased damage. Double these bonuses of a standard steel for 2 seconds. Oh, very nice. Avalanche, guys, got up to 5%. Shocking Impact. Damage increased by 33%. Brilliant. Then a bunch of changes, guys, to the Paragon glyphs as well. Frostbite. Damage reduction increased from 13 to 15% now. Invocation Glyph. Stacks increased from 12 to 15%. Stack my glyph's gone up 10%. Wow, that's a lot, actually. Enchanter Glyph. Damage per 5 intel purchased in range increased from 1.3 to 2%, maxing it at 10% now. Conjurer Glyph. Increased from 2.6 to 3%, maxing out at 15% now for the intelligence purchase from range bonuses. Cool. Unleash Glyph. Damage and mana regeneration increased from 6.7 to 7% now. Got a bit more in there. Syrian Wards. Reduced from 100 to 200 to 75 to 125 now on the legendary aspect. Overwhelming Currents, guys. Chance increase from 10 to 20 to 15 to 30. Nice. Alright, guys, what's next, man? It's Rogue Heartseeker. Attack speed increased by 20% now. Because I think everyone's just using the knives ability, aren't they? Yeah, so they want to make it people use some other stuff, man. Dev Note, lower power interrupt frames from 20 to 16. Forceful Arrow, attack speed increased by 20% as well. Lower the power interrupt frames from 16 to 20 as well. Flurry, damage increased by 10%. Improve Flurry. Flurry deals 20% increased damage to vulnerable enemies. If Flurry hits any vulnerable enemy, it will make enemies hit by that vulnerable for 3 seconds. Advanced Flurry. New version, evading through an enemy will cause your next Flurry to deal 30% increased damage and stun enemies for 2.5 seconds. My god, so there's your 30x there now. Rapid Fire, guys, has gone up 10% as well. Cool. Rain of Arrows, 10% as well. Nice, man. I like the idea of playing a range rogue, personally, so I might have to do a little bow rogue, guys, at some point soon, man. Precision. Stacks required for bonuses reduced from 6 to 4 now. Paragon Glyph change, guys, Infusion. Cooldown reduction increased from 1.5 to 1 second now. Legendary Aspect, guys. So have a look. Circling Blades has gone up to 22% from 15. Branching Volleys. New version, increase the damage of arrows that ricochet from barrage from 40 to 60 to 80%. In addition, barrage arrows have a 40 to 60% chance to split into 2 arrows whenever they ricochet as well. Shadow Slicer. Damage increased from 80 to 100% base damage to 200 to 300%. My god. That's a big old buff right there, guys. That's interesting. Unique items, guys. Eagle Horn change. Damage bonus increased from 20 to 40 to 40 to 60. So got a 20% buff there. It's quite nice. And same again for guys for Eyes in the Dark. For Death Trap bonus. There's no sure 20% there as well. To 70% now. Arriving Band of Trickery. Cooldown to Shaman of Shadow Decoy reduced from 12 seconds to 10 now. And the Shadow Decoy damage increased by 20%. Developer's note for the Senshar. We want the Senshar to feel strong, but they are certain powers that are overperforming. It's very true, man. It's ridiculous how powerful that Senshar pet is right now. Additionally, there are a couple of unattended reactions that are being addressed. Let's have a look. Point support no longer reapplies to the construct damage bonuses when it is spreads, matching the functionality of the other damage over time. Tuning stones. Bleeding support, guys. Damage has gone from 20% to 10. Something that was going to happen. Bonus support has gone from 10 to 20 to 10 as well. The bonus crit strike damage per skill rank from 2 to 1. Tempest no longer gains bonus damage duration when it's reapplied or when it spreads. And after that, guys, we've got an enormous amount of fixes, okay? I ain't going to read out all these fixes, man, because I'm running out of breath right now. But we'll quickly read out the developer's note here. Some items, legendary assets, passives, paragon bonuses, and skills display bugs that allow players to gain more power than intended when equipped, and then they unequip them. We believe that these interactions lead to a worse experience for all players, as it creates a stigma that these bugs must be exploited to reach new levels of power. Snapshot, basically, guys. The list of bug full of those introduces the instances of this issue. Okay, so basically they fixed a ton of stuff. And also, guys, in the campfire chat, they've given us PTR, by the way. PTR, we are only available on PC, by the way. PC Battle.net. So, for those who don't know what the PTR is Public Test Realm. So it's a bit like Diablo 3, where you have we can have a test server to test the new content for future seasons. So all these crazy bugs, guys, hopefully won't get through as bad, you know. And there you go, guys. That is the patch notes. I'll put links, guys, into the description of this video as always. But what do you guys think, man? Well, the things I'm most excited for, obviously, is the pet stuff, you know, for me personally. You know, with the gauntlet coming in. It would be nice just to chill through that gauntlet, man, with a ton of pets smashing the screen. But quite happy, man, with this. That's quite nice. Nice Blood Surge build, Sever buff as well. Quite happy with that. Nice to see Druid get some pet love as well. So, yeah, not too bad. Step in the right direction. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care. It's good to see you again. GG's.